Hello everyone, this is Abhishek Nair and today we are going to see how a solar cell works. Solar cell, most of you might know that it is used to convert solar energy into electricity. So let us first understand what solar energy is. We hear a lot about energy. So let's see what energy is. Energy is the ability to do work. Then what is work? When a force applied on a body displaces it, then work is said to be done. So suppose in this case we have a black object which is placed on a plane. When a force is applied on it, it moves through a distance. When we multiply it with the displacement, then we get the work done. Sun is the main source of energy. The energy harnessed from the natural sources like winds, tides, ocean waves, and biogas is directly and indirectly derived from the energy of the sun. We have our earth and the sun, and let the sun shine. The energy obtained from the sun is called solar energy. The solar energy that reaches the earth is neither uniform nor equal at all places. The average solar energy reaching the upper atmosphere of earth per second on an area of a meter square is called solar constant, and it is estimated to be 1.34 kilowatt per meter square. No, the sun is the main source of energy, and to provide this much energy, sun should be doing something. In the interior of the sun, nuclear fusion reactions generate huge amount of energy which is radiated out continuously in all direction in the space. Since the sun is very far away, the earth gets only a very small fraction of total solar energy, which is about 0.000005%. For nuclear fission to occur, we need an atom or a fuel like uranium atom. And when it is heated up at high temperatures, like in the sun, it splits into two. And when we check the mass of these two atoms and compare it with the parent atom, it's not equal. So, a huge amount of energy is released when the conservation of mass law is not put into use. So let's see what solar power is. The electricity which is directly converted from the solar energy is called solar power. It will be very wasteful to not convert the main source of energy into electricity rather than converting its derivatives into electricity, because electricity is one of the main resources which we require in our daily life. Let's see the characteristics of solar energy. It could be the advantages or the disadvantages. At first, it is the most cleanest source of energy. The waste produced is very less. At second, it is the most reliable form of energy if used very efficiently. It is a renewable source of energy, so you can't run out of it. And it is very safe to use. But it's very non-economical and very costly for the first setup. And it is not very easy to store and transport when used in large scale. The solar energy can be converted into solar power in these two ways: solar panel or solar furnace. These are the equipments used. So let's see what solar panels consist of. Solar panels consist of photovoltaic cells which are made up of silicon, a metalloid, and silicon converts the sunlight into electricity rather than heat. Many solar cells make up solar modules, and many solar modules make up solar panel, and many solar panels make up solar array. Solar array is most commonly used in large scales. Photovoltaic cells consist of a positive and a negative film of silicon placed under a thin slice of glass. As the photons of the sunlight beat down upon these cells, they knock the electrons off the silicon. The negatively charged free electrons are preferentially attracted to one side of the silicon cell, which creates an electric voltage that can be collected and channeled. This current is gathered by wiring the individual solar panels together in series to form solar photovoltaic array. Depending on the size of the installation, multiple strings of photovoltaic array cables terminate in one electric box called a fused array combiner. Contained within the combiner box are fuses designed to protect the individual module cables as well as connections that deliver power to the inverter. The electricity produced in this stage is DC, which is direct current, and must be converted to alternative current, suitable for use in home and business. As you know, solar panel consists of many solar cells, and these solar cells are also known as photovoltaic cells. Photo means light and voltaic means electricity. These cells mainly contains of silicon, which is in its pure state, but at its natural state is not found in pure form. The silicon dioxides are used to convert it into pure silicon. So, what are the silicon dioxides? The silicon dioxides are of two types. The quartzite gravel, which is one of the most pure forms of silicon, and crushed quartz. So, to convert the pure silicon produced, usable for the production of solar cells and making it a metalloid, it is reacted with boron, which is again a metalloid, and phosphorus, which is a non-metal. These are reacted in the silicon arc furnace. The resultant silicon is a semiconductor, which has the positive and the negative sides. The solar cells are classified into three generations. The first generation consists of crystalline silicon, the commercially predominant in PV technology. PV represents to photovoltaic. It includes monocrystalline silicon and polysilicon. The second generation, they are made up of thin solar cells to make it more portable and easy to store. They are commercially significant in utility scale. It includes amorphous silicon cadmium telluride. The third generation is still in the development phase or in the research phase. Most of them are still not commercially applied. It includes a number of thin film technologies. Many of these use organic materials, often organometallic compounds. The solar module consists of silicon semiconductor surrounded by protective material in a metal frame. The protective material consists of an encapsulant of transparent silicon rubber bonded around the cells, which are then embedded in ethylene vinyl acetate. The polyester film makes up the backing. The glass cover is found in terrestrial arrays, a lightweight plastic cover on satellite arrays. The electronic parts are standard and consist mostly of copper. The frame is either steel or aluminium. Silicon is used as cement to put it all together. The silicon discs are shiny and require an anti-reflecting coating, usually titanium dioxide. Solar furnace. Solar furnace is another equipment used to convert solar energy into electricity through a way of heat energy. In the production of solar power through solar furnace, usually a concave mirror or a parabolic mirror is used. In the concave mirror or the parabolic mirror, the heat energy which comes from the sun are almost parallel, and this energy is reflected by the concave mirror into its focus. So when the whole heat energy gets focused at a point, a huge amount of heat energy is produced. So, in the conversion of electricity from solar energy, through solar furnace, a huge vessel filled with water is used. The vessel is kept at the focus of the parabolic mirror or the concave mirror. When the heat is about 100 degrees Celsius, the water vaporizes and the vapors are passed through a pipe into a huge container which has a huge turbine inside it. The turbine is rotated by the steam produced, and due to the rotation of turbine, electricity is produced which is stored in the battery bank. This can be connected to a load which can be used as direct current, or it can be connected with the inverter and convert it into alternating current and use it for larger purposes. The sun rays getting reflected from the concave mirror to the container of water is heating it up. Thanks for watching, and please like, share and subscribe to this channel. Check out my other video, link in the description.